messaging, because you know, when I first stepped into this room, you was talking about how the media do manipulate.
That's crazy. Basically, to break it down, let's dumb it down a little bit. She's talking about trolls.
Things. So do you feel like our current life imitated your art, or your art imitated the life you was just like years ahead of time?
Yeah, it was like years ahead of time. And what's going on now, like God says, know thyself. It's right over the pyramids, because if you don't know who you are, where you're going and where you come from, you're going to be dead here, because that's all that's going to happen. And that's what.
And I don't get tired of telling people, if you don't learn your history, listen, in order to understand your present and your future, you have to learn your history. You have to go out here and do your research, re-educate yourself, and re-educate our kids. These schools ain't teaching our kids the right stuff. If anything, they're teaching them what they want, and they're giving them an agenda. But that's my opinion, and that's allegedly. And I have to say it like this because I've learned from the past strikes. I'm trying to give a message. I'm trying to bring awareness. And in order to do that, I can't keep getting my channel strikes. So I'm trying to work around it so that y'all can understand where I'm coming from. And it's crazy. Yes, in these movies, it speaks it all. But if y'all pick up the books, for those of y'all that haven't read it, it also speaks way more. Way more. The books came before the movie. And if y'all pick up the books and start doing your research, which, like, if y'all read a lot of the book, it'll also lead you to doing your research on ancient Egyptian time. So for those of y'all that don't know what that is, I urge y'all, go out there, Google it up, ancient Egyptian time. It talks about the hybrids and much more. She talked about it on part 3 or part 4 of my life. I'm not sure which one is it, but I know that while I was doing the reaction, she already had talked about it. Like, it's crazy because I've been saying this for the longest. And as y'all can see, I'm not the only one. And she's not taking no money for this. She just wants to give the knowledge. And she even told him, I don't want you to promote me. So see, I don't feel crazy when I tell people, look, I just want, everything to take its course. I'm not where I want to be. I'm where I have to be. For some reason, I'm good at when I'm speaking up for people. I'm good at, making a stand, being a leader. For some reason, I'm good at that. Did I pick it? No. But I'm where I'm supposed to be. I guess this is where God wants me to be. Because I'm really good being what everybody already calls me, a child advocate. I don't see myself as that. I just like giving. I like helping. For some reason, I've been like that since I was little. They used to yell at me for giving money to the homeless person in the corner, for giving food. And I'm sitting here, we're not going to eat it. So why the hell can't this homeless person eat it? Why do you got to record yourself every time you give $100 to the homeless person in the corner that has no money, no shoe, that that is really homeless, that's not playing a scam or none of that? Because you could tell. It's kind of hard sometimes now because of this era, but when you really look at a person and their behavior and everything, you could tell when they're acting and when they're not acting. But maybe that's me. Maybe I'm tripping. But like I said before, common sense isn't common sense no more. And logic isn't logic no more.
What happens, God says, my people die because of a lack of knowledge. And they die every day because of a lack of knowledge. They won't go out and research. There's no originator. It's only original work. There's no originator. There's no such word. There's only original work that makes billions of dollars. And everybody else is mimicking and copying. And that's why it doesn't make any money or make less money. But when you get the more original ideas and creativity that you come up with, and you turn it into a form and sell it, whether it's a hat, whether it's a story, whether it's a car, whatever, the more original that work is, the more money it's going to make. And when you copy off of people and mimic others, that's why people don't make that much money, and they don't really get major brands, because you want original work. That's what you should be doing out here, is coming up with original thought, original creativity, original things to create. It makes more money and it makes more sense. But don't help someone to take from you at all.
Right, right. Thank you for that, chat. All right, so we're gonna go to Jay and then me, and then you can wrap it up, D. One more time. Go for it, Jay.
I just want to listen right now. If that's okay, please.
All right, cool. So I'll say this, right? So this conversation, respectfully, has already happened, right? And you're speaking, Sophia, you're speaking to us from the past because it's already happened, right? So, and knowing
I'm
the
not
way that you
speaking
see
from the
things,
past. I'm speaking.
well, okay, I just want to ask you. I just want to.
I was gonna say, like, yo, man, what you want, some shrooms or something? Because this was in 2020. Well, yeah, absolutely. Right now, it's in the past. But damn, I understand the context of past, present, and future. But shit, she right there with you, dude. She was just telling you and letting you know how is it that she had this vision, how she came about this story, this book, how she was able to put the pieces together and bring awareness to us way before it happened. So I'm saying, I'm like, yo, I think he's really like mixing up the two. It's all right. Back to the Future.
Ask a question just really quickly, right? Because I
Okay.
know you speak from a from a from a mindset of knowing that you're ahead of us. You're in the future or whatever. So my question is, when everything took place and you wrote the Terminator, the Matrix, when you wrote it, did you see and know that they would come for you and that they would turn your book into a movie? Did you see that
Let
happening?
me tell you. Let me tell you. No one sees a theft coming. You don't see unless you just happen to look out and somebody was stealing your car. You don't see and look for a theft. That happens to each and every one of us. Somebody stealing your shoes and making you come out of them. Somebody stealing your girlfriend or your wife or come on, or stealing your money. When theft take place, it just happened. Nobody looks and say, "Hey, you're gonna
Right? Yo, he is really like this nigga's really stuck on Back to the Future. Wrong movie, dude.
steal my money," or "You're gonna." Yeah, but my concentration was on giving the message. How God put it out was His job. That was the most important thing to me, was creating that message.
See, that's what I said. That's how I feel. Like you can tell. I keep telling everybody, body behavior, body language. When you look into somebody's eyes, like if you see all her interviews, y'all will understand where I'm coming from. Like you could tell when somebody's telling a lie, when somebody's pretending, when somebody's acting, unless you're behind a screen. Like when they got these avatars on half the damn time, and you can't really, interact or something like that. But you could tell.
And putting it into a science fiction story, a little science fiction story that was so simple, they didn't recognize it, but it had huge consequences to changing the world and changing the film industry and how we see movies and how we do business, making billions, hundreds of millions of dollars into billions of dollars, which had never happened before. You kind of understand now? And no one knows what he's going to do with his gift until you actually take that gift, cultivate it, and put it out there and see what happens. Does that make sense to you?
No, it makes a world of sense. It makes a world of sense. Listen, Sophia, this has been a pleasure. You've been a delight. We send you nothing but warm wishes and healing light in every regard of life.
What is your
I know
name? What is your name?
my name is Broadway.
Broadway. I want to say something.
Yes.
I didn't come here to be a delight.
Right?
And I'm never am. But there's a lot of people who will know I blow up people's show. I blew up Wu-Tang show in a lot of clubhouses. A lot of people, Judge Joe Brown show, a lot of them. I've been up against some of the best people to interview me, over 4,000 media interviews. Go into the media archive. I've done the Rolling Stone, Essence, Vibe, Source, Black Enterprise, Muslim, Final Call, Muhammad Speck. I've won numerous awards, Rosa Parks Award in NAACP, Jesse Jackson, all of these guys. And I tell you, I came not to be pleasant. I just came to deliver the truth. Like Morpheus said, I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said it was going to be the truth. And a lot of people can't handle that. And I'm sorry for them, but I'm not going to.
That's a fact. Like Lil Boozy says, you can't handle the truth. Real shit. Yo, y'all see why I love that song from Lil Boozy? Like, listen, I know all the shit that's going on in the industry right now, but that one song, You Can't Handle the Truth from Lil Boozy, is nothing but truth what he sings on there, y'all. If you haven't heard it, go check it out.
Change, and it doesn't matter if they don't interview me, because there's 7 billion people out here, and every day I got nothing but interviews lined up and paid ones, or sometimes I do unpaid ones, but it's fine. But the knowledge is going to get out there, that's without a doubt, because I'm here to wake you up so you can stop being slaughtered.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And here's why I view it as being a delight, right? Because this is your truth, and you're speaking your truth. You're speaking the truth.
I'm not speaking my truth. I'm speaking the truth.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
I
fine.
don't. Nobody owns the truth.
All right, so
a lot of people can own
so
lies,
Sophia,
many lies, but they can't own the truth.
Yes,
go on.
I just want to say something, right? I'm saying it's a delight because you are here to be who you are, right? And we can't take away from that. We're not taking away from that. We're celebrating that, and because you're just being that, right?
Yo, I can't help but love the people that, you know what, stand for something and fall for nothing.
Sometimes in these rooms, in these interviews, it's very easy for people to be someone that they aren't. So yes, frankly speaking, it is a delight to interview and sit on the stage in a panel with someone as delightful as yourself, because you are unapologetically you. And that's nothing that's not anything anyone else can be. But when you come through and you shine it and you cut through so sharp, everyone has to respect that. So yes, frankly speaking, it is a delight, because so many times people come on this platform and you interview people and they aren't being a true self, and you can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it, so I'm not.
And that's a fact. Like, you can feel when somebody's real, you can feel when somebody's fake, yo. And ain't nothing better than being real. I tell that to everybody. I feel good being me. And if can't nobody accept me for me, then listen, there's the door. Just make sure the good Lord doesn't hit you. I mean, the doorknob doesn't hit you where the good Lord splits you. I was about to mess that whole phrase up. There's the door. Make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you where the good Lord splits you. Something my old heads used to always preach to me about. And I was trying to figure out, why do I have to say this to the people that, do this and do that to me? And I'm like, damn, like, okay, there's the door. Just make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you where the good Lord split you. Now that I'm older, guess what? I don't give a fuck what you think about me, what I do or how I do it. As long as I'm respectful, as long as I do things with morals, I'm good. As long as I'm on the right side, I'm good. As long as I'm not on the bad side, I'm good. It took me forever to try to cross the sidewalk. And now that I know how to cross the sidewalk and I have a voice, there's no way in hell there's anybody shutting me up. That's why, shout out, Sophia Stewart deserves all the roses while she's alive.
Here to agree with everything that you're saying. I'm not here to challenge everything you're saying.
No, I understand that.
Hold on, but let me just finish. What I am here to do is ask the questions, provide others, with the same respects, and allow us to.
Oh, Angel, we love you too.
Have an understanding of who we are towards one another, because an example that I often like to give: first impression, lasting impression. And if this is the first or last time all of us ever come into contact with, at bare minimum, I want them to know I was 100% me and you were 100% you. So we could rest on that and knowing that we were our authentic selves. I want to yield the mic to Damien, DWI Music, so that he could begin to close out. And yeah, just thank you so much, and thank you everyone for your questions. Thank you everyone for being able to articulate yourself. Thank you for the listeners, right? Because you guys sat here and listened to it all, and I'm just in all about that. Thank you.
Well, I'm fine. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm sorry that I'm not what you expected, but
Oh
I
no, we didn't
hey,
have no expectations.
Whoa. In respect, hold on. In respect to what you say, Sophia, that is not what I said. I didn't say you
no, I
weren't
didn't
what we
say that.
expected,
I'm no. Listen, I didn't
but you
have
did.
nothing to do. Whatever I'm saying has nothing to do with you.
Yes.
I speak for myself. I don't speak for others. I've done some really hard shows. I've done interviews with the late Dick Gregory, Jewel Pookrum, of course, Phil
That's
Valentine,
fine,
and I can
Sophia.
go
But now
on.
you're here with the
So,
Matrix, right?
and I'm
And
telling
we're gonna
you,
celebrate.
yeah, a lot of people, and they are, some of them are, I know Judge Mathis and all of them. And believe me, I get high.
Yeah, and Judge Mathis. I like Judge Joe Brown more, but Judge Mathis is not a joke either. But Judge Joe Brown to me is the man. So listen, man, Judge Joe Brown, that to me, he the man right there. Like he don't just talk about it. You see him right now in real life. Like he's even trying to be the mayor. I choose like listen, they two great men, but I like Judge Joe Brown more. I don't know why.
Aculars from all of them, Common, all of the people, Jamie Foxx, all of them. They're big Matrix fans, Floyd Mayweather Jr., all of them. So
The
it
irony
doesn't
of it
matter to
is,
me
Sophia,
because they love the Matrix and
Sophia,
Terminator. That's all that
Sophia,
matters to me. My work.
Sophia, the irony of it is after all of that, you're still sitting here with the Matrix.
No, I'm not sitting here with
The
the
Matrix
Matrix. I'm
Studios.
not sitting here
Well,
with the
this is the Matrix
Matrix.
Studios.
I'm
This is
unplugging the Matrix. Okay. All
Unplug
right.
that.
okay.
Yeah, I'm unplugging the Matrix.
Yo, listen. I thank you for sitting here for this 2 hours with us, Sophia. It's definitely been I'm not gonna use Broadway's words. For me, this was
Peace, Abdul. Appreciate it.
just the fact that I'm able
All
to
right. So that's the end of that interview. Hold on one second. Yo, that was one hell of an interview. Shout out to Sophia Stewart. And for those of y'all that didn't know her, now y'all know who she is. Like, y'all really thought this other dude, I be forgetting his name, was the creator of the Matrix and the Terminator. No. Like, she really, on this interview, spoke about the copyrights, about her winning that lawsuit. She also, in this interview, spoke about her owning herself, about her not being free slaves like the rest of us. She doesn't have a birth certificate like all of us do. So she doesn't have that little number, that the government runs us by. She's free. She owns herself just like Donald Trump. And that's crazy, right? For those people that be like, damn, how can she doesn't have a birth certificate? If y'all don't believe me, go do your research. It's crazy that this lady knew so much back then. Yes, robots existed back then. All that stuff existed back then. You see where I'm coming from? But what's crazy is they were just experimenting with the cloning and all that stuff, trying to make robots look like human beings and all that. Like if you didn't watch the movies from Demolition Man all the way on down to, you know, to the movies with Will Smith, like I Robot and I Am Legend, I think it is. No, is it I Am Not I Am Legend? Let's take that out. My bad. I know it's I Robot, another movie that Will Smith did. But it's a whole bunch of movies. Terminator and The Matrix. Now y'all know that it's one saga. It's not two sagas. It's not two separate stories. It's all in one. It's all one story. That's how she made it. So unless you watch Terminator 1 and then Matrix 1, Terminator 2 and then Matrix 2, you're not going to really understand these movies. And like she said, you can't understand the Matrix without the Terminator, and you can't understand the Terminator without the Matrix. That's what's crazy. Yep. She was born before birth certificates were created, I think. She doesn't have a birth certificate. Her whole story is out there, yo. Like, it's crazy. I love all her interviews, regardless of anything. I love a strong woman that can stand for herself. Like, she is strong, independent, a free thinker. Like, And she's right. If a lot of us really start picking up the books and start learning our history, and I've been saying this time after time, I'm only 33. I'm about to be 34 on the 19th of August. Like, and I've been doing this. It's just that I needed to learn how to stop acting so, crazy and ratchet. And in my opinion, I believe we get that behavior, that character from our parents. For some reason, we have to really, like I keep telling everybody, we have to re-educate ourselves. The only people I know who BC are immigrants, homie birth babies, and those born before BC birth certificates were created. Yeah, she says it in her interview. She was born before the birth certificates. She's free. But there's a way now, like I wish I knew how, and I wish somebody would put their whole story down that you could, be free, not just a free slave. There's there's plenty of people that talked about it, but you know what's crazy? I think I did a live on it, and you was also a part. I'm not sure if you was there, Letitia, but I think I did a live. But there's plenty of people that have also shown how, not shown. I'm not gonna say shown. They've talked about the steps on how to owning yourself, how not to have a social security or a social security or birth certificate or any of the stuff that makes the government own you. So they go step by step. The only question that I have for them is, can we see the results? Like, did y'all accomplish it? Like, for those of y'all that started this years ago, like, because people have been doing this since, I think I saw the first video way before I had my first son. Real shit. So I must have been like 15, 14. So now that I'm older, I'm hearing a lot more people talk about it. There's some truth to it, but can we see the results? I mean, I just want to see some results so that we could know that at least we could try to, like, at least take that risk. How can you take a risk that you don't know if you can really take it or not? Like, you see where I'm coming from? Like, I don't know if y'all understand me. Like, it's crazy. But while I got the time, I want to start this Senate hearing, and I want y'all to hear it. This happened this year, 2023.